What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the last episode of Bravely Default. Last episode, you guys, we killed the, Blade Master, Sword Master, one of the two. And, in this episode, we're gonna apparently make plans to go to the Earth Crystal? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We've decided to take Egil in. My husband has agreed that it would be best.
You hear that, Egil? That's great news. You couldn't wish for a better family than the Goodmans.
I hope that when you grow up, we'll see an age free from the ravages of war.
The hope of
I would
every
hate to
parent.
see you end up a soldier.
I believe your husband has what it takes to make that happen.
Thank you for your kind words.
Well then, Egil, you take care of yourself. We'll be back to check on you, so be on your best behavior.
I will. Goodbye, everyone.
Is he gonna follow us? I hope not. Wary airy. That was a shock when Egil said he wanted to come with us. Although, it's not like there weren't signs, too. You could see it all in his face as far back as when Commander Goodman said they'd take in the boys. I suppose now that you mention it. Harry? Something wrong? You've been staring off behind us. Are you expecting something? That kid, Egil. What of him? There's no way he stays put. I won't believe it. I won't be tricked. Once bitten, twice shy, eh, Harry? Oh yeah, that's right, because, Egil kept insulting her. He did seem to take those orders from Eleanor awfully well, considering his usual tone. Exactly, something's a fishy, and I refuse to be duped. Seems like you almost want him to show up. She and Egil have an epic rivalry going on now. Epic? Really? Can't fool me, brat. Rude. Okay, well, let's head on out. Yep, and a civil war, and honestly, I think that's about all we can really hope for here. Although how we're gonna get to the Earth Crystal, I don't know, because okay. Apologies, it's just a shame, all. The inn in Caldeza was my base of operations. It's going out of business. Oh no. The old innkeeper finally succumbed. He's dead? Oh no. Well, I think that's... We gotta go back to Caldeza.
Welcome.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm a distant relative of the innkeep. He's too sick to get up and about, so I'm filling in for him.
He's bedridden? Is it serious?
Not at all. The doctor says he doesn't need to stay in bed, but... Well, you should see for yourself.
Well,
Okay. So he's not dead, but...
are you feeling okay?
He's having a nightmare.
Owen.
Oh, his son that was murdered defending the king.
I guess he's become despondent since Owen died.
His
Got it.
son was everything to him.
It must be hard to deal with it alone.
What about that girl? She's related to him, right?
She
Definitely.
has to go back to her home soon, I hear.
How do you know that?
It just came up. Let's check my journal before things take a turn for the worse, hmm? We'll bring the orphan to the inn we set out from. That sounds relevant, no?
Oh. This is the inn we set out from. And the orphan... I guess that means Egil? That's nonsense!
Mrs. Goodman has given him a good home.
Come to think of it, Egel's parents were guards, just like Owen. He said he was raised by his kind grandfather after they died.
Oh, is Egil his
It
grandson?
doesn't have to be permanent, just until the old man gets better. Do you think we could have Egil stay here a while?
I guess that's up to Egil.
Right.
This seems a bit, like, sketchy. We're basically having an...
Hey, you guys! You came to see me!
Hello, Egil. You look happy.
Yeah, we've only been gone 10
He's
minutes.
been bouncing off the walls ever since this morning, when he heard you were coming.
How'd you know?
He isn't always this way?
No. Since you left, he's been moody most of the time.
Is that true, Egil?
Mrs. Goodman is very good to me. And this place is amazing. But I still want to travel with you.
Well, congratulations, you get your wish.
Hey, Egil. Can I tell you something? It's about a captain of the guard who lived in a far-off land. He died in battle, fighting, to protect his kingdom.
Just like my mother and father.
And this man's father, he lies sick in bed at the shock of his loss. The captain's father has been of great help to all of us. We owe him a great deal. I was thinking, if you would spend some time with the captain's father, I believe it might help him get better. What do you think, Egil?
What? So you didn't come to ask me to go with you? That's a shame.
Aww.
Okay, I'll do it. I can't say no to you.
Yes, you
Thank
can.
you so much, Egil.
If this is Egil's decision, I won't stop him. But you come back anytime you want, okay?
I will. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Goodman.
What a nice lady. Like, you're like, oh, you didn't ask me to come back and, like, go with you? To the thoughts. Oh, dear. The one on your mind is? You look pensive. Oh, yeah, I bet, I guess. Think about Egil. He's just gotten settled at the Goodmans and now he's been shipped off to a foreign land. That's that, too. That, too. You mean Eleanor, don't you? The two women decided to take him in and now they just had enough time together to make it painful to part. I feel terrible. I feel the same. She must have just smiled to see him off, but inside, it can't be helped, I'm afraid. We can encourage him to write to her once he's settled in Caldissa. Does he even know how to read and write? I wouldn't mind ferrying that boy back to Goodman's every once in a while either. That's a sweet gesture, ring a bell, but we're kind of... We don't got time to be a taxi service. Ooh, second. Are we forgetting someone here? They brought the boy along on a lot of good intentions and not much planning. What happens if the innkeeper says no? It all hinges on him. Sorry about that, everybody. I think I threw up a little in my mouth. Anyway.
That about sums it up. What do you think, Your Majesty?
A fine idea, I must say. I have been concerned about the innkeep myself. Egil, it is admirable of you to agree to follow in the innkeep's footsteps. The kingdom of Caldisla welcomes you.
You see,
Fortunate boy.
I want to be a powerful soldier one day. Like my mother and father before me. Like Tiz. I want to be a mighty warrior with a kind heart who can protect the ones he loves.
Aww.
Well said, well said. Fine sentiments for a boy to have.
Agreed.
Very well then. You shall be given access to our training hall, Egil. And I would be honored if you would accept this gift.
Ooh, what is it? A shield?
What is it?
A badge
Oh.
we give our young soldiers. My captain of the guard, Owen, also wore one once.
Oh.
This marks you as an apprentice soldier for the kingdom, Egil. I hope to see you train hard and become a first-rate soldier.
Wow! Thank you!
Thank you, Your Highness.
By the way, Tiz, how is the reconstruction of Narende village proceeding? With all your travels to save the world from peril, you must find little time to return, no? Perhaps you could put Egil here in charge of the reconstruction?
He's just a kid.
Reconstruction?
You would be acting on Tiz's behalf.
I'll do it!
Are you sure you can handle all of this at once?
Yeah, he's like 10.
Helping out at the inn, training to be a soldier, and supervising the reconstruction? That's a lot to take on.
No kidding.
No sweat for me!
You have unlimited potential, Egil. When the time comes, you shall choose your own path. Until then, be fearless and follow your heart wherever it may take you.
I will! Thank you!
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Oh, it's you. It's been a while. Ah, you have a young boy with you. And what's this? He wears the badge of a young soldier. That takes me back. My son treasured his above all else. You remind me of him a bit, you know?
I want to be like your son Owen one day. My mother and father were guards as well.
You don't say. I'm sure you'll get there one day.
Oh,
So you have returned, Balternus.
Yes. Not long ago.
I was told you have an urgent report. Can it not wait until the Council of Six convenes?
No, it cannot. It appears the fire crystal has been awakened. The remaining Black Blades continue to fight alongside the Sword Bearers. However, no word has come from Commander Kami Izumi. It seems that morale is plummeting.
Our only option left is an all-out defense of the Earth Crystal. We must cut our losses in that realm.
You propose that we abandon the Black Blades? The forces of the Duchy's 1st Division?
We have underestimated the Wind Vestal. We shall not make that mistake again. You or I. If the Earth Crystal were to be awakened, there would no longer be hope for this world, and our ideals would fade to nothingness.
But the Wind Vestal has no way of traversing the highlands that surround the Duchy. Only the heavy airships helmed by our cadre have the propulsion necessary to make the journey.
Do not be so sure. The Wind Vestal has thus far outmatched us at every turn. Summon Victor and Victoria immediately. It seems the Council of Six may have to deal with the Vestal personally.
Allow me to interrupt.
You...
I'm glad the innkeep was willing to take in Egil.
Egil said he looks so much like his late grandfather, it's scary.
Enough about that. We must go to awaken the Earth Crystal.
But we have no way of entering the Duchy of Eternia.
Perhaps it's time to get out that creepy journal of yours, Ringabel.
I'd hardly call it creepy. Anyway, I'll see what I can find. There are a few notes that might apply.
Really?
Earth crystal, grand ship, engine room. Those are the words that seem to be coming up.
Grand ship? Perhaps we'll find a lead there.
Wait. Is the grand ship basically...
Ah, I've been expecting you. Thank you so much for what you have done.
Oh, Commander Goodman. It's good to see you at home for a change.
I came as soon as I could when I heard the Wind Vestal was holding a banquet in my honor.
A banquet?
My wife is also most pleased. You can see she's all in a bustle getting things ready. I did wonder at seeing the names of Officers Steiner and Neuer on the invitation. How did you know the names of our shield-bearer officers, Vestal? I don't remember introducing you.
Hold on. You've lost me, I'm afraid.
Well, I received your letter saying that you'd like to hold a banquet at my residence.
I have no recollection of sending such a letter.
Is that so? Strange. I'm quite certain it was signed in your name.
Never mind that, everyone. The banquet shall be ready soon.
Oh, Eleanor...
I'd hate to put this food to waste. And Eleanor seems so happy.
Indeed. We would be delighted to join you.
I just realized,
Please.
we never encountered that one shapeshifter lady. Is fucking Goodman gonna die here?
I say, the Wind Vestal is much younger than I had imagined.
She may be young, but I hear she's quite capable. They say she's already saved our hides several times.
Allow me to introduce everyone. These are my chiefs of operations. My closest advisors.
Are they gonna get poisoned?
My name is Saranish Steiner. It is a great honor to walk in the light of your countenance, Lady Vestal.
I am Savish Neuer. I'm very glad to make your acquaintance, Lady Vestal.
Pleased to meet you both.
Well, now that formalities are out of the way, let's head to the table.
Daniel,
What is it?
I just opened a letter that arrived this morning.
A letter? There's no sender on the back. Let me see. Daniel Goodman, Shield-Bearer Commander, shall die this night.
What on earth? Is this some kind of sick joke? Who would send such a thing?
It came this morning. I think Nastasia, our servant, collected it.
I don't like this one bit.
No kidding.
Well, we veterans should be able to look after ourselves. We should enjoy the feast, Commander Goodman.
You are right. Are you okay, Eleanor?
Yes. I'll bring the food now.
He receives a death threat and is like, yeah, let's just go eat.
Please accept my apologies for this disruption, everyone.
Is the food
Not
poisoned?
at all. That letter chilled my blood.
A death threat, it seems.
Ring a bell. Don't say such things.
Why not? That's what it was.
That was Eleanor's voice.
Is this gonna be the shapeshifter?
What is wrong?
Something terrible has happened. It's Nastasia. She's dead.
Oh, that's not good.
Nastasia is dead. She was not breathing and had no pulse.
That's what dead means.
We believe a blow to the back of her head with a blunt object is what killed her. But we haven't found a weapon.
We've placed her body in bed for now.
I'm more concerned at the fact that the front door will not open. It seems to be sealed shut from the outside. We cannot get out.
Can't we just break a window?
I'm afraid not. This residence was formerly a stronghold. There aren't any windows on the first floor.
What about second?
So that means we're trapped?
What on earth is going on?
Who killed that servant?
Is it Eleanor?
I was preparing the food with Nastasia just before. Right up until I opened that threatening letter. I noticed nothing amiss at that point.
Then it must have been you who killed her. Who else here would have had the chance?
Or the motive?
Nonsense. Why would my wife ever do such a thing?
I have no idea. Perhaps she was the one who wrote that letter as well.
Maybe.
No! I would never harm a fly!
But you were the only one who could have been with the servant at the time she was killed.
Wait! The culprit will not be found through conjecture.
Really?
That said, the murderer must be among us.
But he
The
says.
front door has not been opened since we arrived, no? None have entered, and none have left. That leaves only us.
I would never accuse the Vestal. But how can we trust you other three? We know nothing about you.
Fair.
That's just...
I'm sure I appear suspicious. After all, I have no memory and know not my own past.
There's no one who can attest to my background either.
Oh, for pity's sake! Why do you travel with companions of such dubious origin, Vestal?
They show up, and all of a sudden the servant dies. Isn't the timing a little convenient?
Whoa, hey.
Enough. The Vestal and her companions have hardly had time to do such a thing since they arrived. And you well know how much they have aided the shield bearers already. I won't stand to hear the Vestal and her allies insulted.
Oh, please let it be the
However,
wife.
In that case, the finger of blame can point only to your good wife.
Wait! Allow me to take charge of this matter for now. I would ask that you all remain calm.
Oh yeah? How you gonna solve this? Okay.
Do you have any...
No.
The wife does appear to be the most likely suspect. However, I believe she has been framed.
Framed? What do you mean?
I'd have my eye on Officer Neuer if I were you. Something strikes me as odd about her behavior. She is obsessed with furthering her career. I doubt she'd hesitate to knock down anyone she saw.
Oh god, is this what it's gonna boil down to?
This, you should see the way she looks at Commander Goodman, batting those eyelashes at him. And she blatantly acts as if she's his wife in front of others. Even though he has a splendid wife back at home, she uses any excuse she can find to keep him away from her. She's always holding strategy meetings and wanting to discuss enemy raids. As you can see, Commander Goodman is a sincere, earnest fellow, and the Civil War is drawing to a close. At this rate, she'll end up a mere officer, and Commander Goodman will go back to spending time with his wife. Perhaps she saw this banquet as her chance to make a move. That is what I think, anyway. Oh, and not a word. In any case, you should...
This is what it's all gonna basically boil down to. They're all gonna accuse each other. God, I hate these type of things.
I am sorry you were dragged into this, Wind Vestal. I hope you and your companions can forgive me.
No need to apologize. I think it is your wife who needs your support right now. Perhaps you could speak with her later?
Yes, you are right. Do you have any idea as to who the murderer might be?
Not so far. Do you have any enemies, Commander Goodman?
Everybody?
Well, there are plenty of sword bearers out for my blood. But I'd like to think no ally holds a grudge against me. Officers Steiner and Neuer have been steadfast in their support throughout the war.
What do you know of Nastasia, the murdered servant?
Today was the first time I'd met her, actually. I've not been able to spend any time at home.
I see. Thank you for answering my questions.
I doubt that Commander Goodman is behind this, Agnes.
I feel it best that I speak with everyone, just in case.
Often, the least likely suspect turns out to be the culprit.
Even when death threats are made?
Especially when there are death threats. This whole affair has made no sense from the start. An invitation to a banquet sent in the name of Agnes, savior of the shield bearers. Of course, whoever is behind this invited their intended victims under the pretense of a banquet. If it was Commander Goodman, he could have conspired with his wife beforehand. They could have concocted these mysterious invitations and the death threat themselves.
If that's the case, then why kill the servant?
Killing the servant may have been a diversion before they kill their true target. Either Officer Steiner or Officer Neuer, the two who received invitations. Or both of them.
Wait, it's too early to jump to conclusions. I can't imagine why the commander would want to kill those two.
Then maybe...
Hmm?
I trust you will ensure that we get out of this mess in one piece, Lady Vestal.
I'll do my best. Who do you think the culprit is, Officer
Gee, I wonder.
The evidence all points to the wife, no? She presents herself well, and then goes and does these terrible things. Perhaps she resents Commander Goodman for not returning to his residence more often. Sending death threats before following through takes a cold, calculating criminal. The thought makes my blood curdle. If this is true, I feel so sorry for poor for the commander. He has worked hard for his country. But if you want my honest opinion,
another person?
This is for your ears only.
Oh, God.
I have heard disturbing rumors about Officer Steiner.
Disturbing rumors?
He has worked his way up the ranks, serving with merit in many battles since the war began. Promotion after promotion, and now he is Joint Chief of Operations. I believe he wants to take command of the shield bearers. If the war continues, Commander Goodman may very well die in battle, and Steiner may be next in line. However, then you came along and put his achievements to shame. The war seems nearly at an end. He must have panicked. His mind is always plotting strategy, both on and off the battlefield. He must have used your name to set up this banquet.
Then why did he kill the servant first?
That is what makes him so shrewd. He is ensuring no suspicion falls upon him. First, the servant. Then he picks us off one by one as we turn on one another. Horrifying.
Okay. So, yeah, it's either these two or the wife, honestly.
How are you holding up, Eleanor?
I can't believe this is happening. With my husband home at last, and you here for a banquet. Please believe me. I have not killed a soul.
How long had the servant girl been working at your residence?
Not long, in truth. I employed her when we took Egil in.
Oh, that's good.
But it has been a blessing having her around. It was good to have someone to talk to after Egil left the house.
Did she mention anyone that may wish to cause her harm?
No, she was a good girl. I cannot fathom why she was killed.
Don't take it too hard.
I'll try not to.
Your attention, please. Until we identify the culprit, I believe it best that we all stay together. Eventually, the others will realize something is amiss. Once they do, they'll break us out of here. We just have to wait.
In the same room as a murderer? That simply will not do!
I agree! Officer Neuer and I were not mentioned in the death threat, but we certainly do not feel safe.
As long as we all stay in one place,
the offender will not be able to take action. We all agree with the commander. Right, Agnes? Indeed.
I must ask you to be patient, Officer Steiner and Neuer.
Yes, of course.
It seems we have no choice.
Are you all right, Officer Steiner?
Oh, did you drink the tea?
Officer Steiner!
He's dead.
Bum bum bum.
But how? What happened?
He was in agony. It must have been poison. He had just drank some tea, correct?
Poisoned? When?
When he drank the tea.
The commander's wife poured tea for us all just now. The poison must have been in that! What? Officer Steiner was the only one to drink it. The rest of us had yet to take even a sip. That is all the evidence we need! It was you, you she-devil! You've shown your true colors!
Calm down, Officer Neuer.
Calm down? Commander, this woman just tried to kill you! Officer Steiner is dead! But it could have just as easily been you, the Wind Vestal, her companions, or me! Oh, perish the thought!
Good heavens, no! Me? Use poison?
Don't try and tell us it wasn't you! Tie this woman up immediately!
Unfortunately, under these circumstances, I cannot see how anyone else could be responsible.
But Daniel...
I am sorry, Eleanor. I shall have to confine you in the cellar until you can be cleared of any... Is this acceptable, Vestal?
Yes.
Can we save at some point?
How has it come to this?
There must be some kind of mistake.
Mistake? Are you still on that woman's side? She has killed twice already!
But what is her motive? Why would she kill the servant and Officer Steiner? And by means that could only point the finger at her.
We can find out what her reasons were later. At least she's now under lock and key. Now we just need to find a way out of here, and all shall be resolved. She must have been the one who jammed the front door as well. We should have questioned her.
We should go and have another look at the entranceway.
I'm not going anywhere. No way. I'm staying put until help comes.
I
Very
agree
well.
with you.
I'll stay here with her.
Really long episode.
What's this? Everything has gone dark!
Who extinguished the lights? Watch out! I have a bad feeling about this!
Commander Goodman! Get the lights on now!
I will. Just a moment.
The lights are back.
Look! Officer Neuer!
No way.
What's wrong? I heard a scream. Ah, Officer Neuer, stay with me.
That...
Woman? Which woman? Officer Neuer!
Is she... dead?
Yes.
So, she was attacked in the brief
Is it
time
him?
that the lights were out?
Could the woman Officer Neuer mentioned be your wife?
Impossible. She's confined to the cellar. She had no way of killing Officer Neuer.
Could there be a secret exit out of the cellar? You've not spent much time at home, Commander Goodman, so perhaps you were simply not aware of it. Your wife, Eleanor, could have constructed a hidden passage.
Never.
She may have started a murder spree. Now she's been found out as the killer.
That's pure conjecture. There's no proof yet that Eleanor had anything to do with this. Let's go and talk with her.
I'll stay here. Here's the key.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a very long episode. Please let there be a save guide down here.
Has something happened? I heard a yell from upstairs a while ago.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yes.
Let's look for a hidden passage.
A hidden passage? What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
Me too.
Do you deny that you used a hidden passage to sneak upstairs and slay Officer Neuer?
I know nothing of any hidden passage.
I believe you are telling the truth. But that means we have a bigger problem. If you are innocent, then it must mean that Commander Goodman is the killer.
What? Daniel? A murderer?
Only because there is nobody else it could be.
The four of us have stayed together the whole time, so we cannot be responsible. The only other survivors here are you and your husband. Right before Neuer breathed her last, she indicated her killer was a woman. That makes you the only suspect.
But I can't see any way out of here.
There must be. Otherwise, who could be the culprit? There are no other women here. Except...
What is it?
Wait.
Uh-oh. Is it the servant?
We have made a fatal error. We must return to Commander Goodman at once.
Was it the servant? Was she faking her death the whole time?
You're mine, shield bearer. The meddling wind vessel and her companions are next for the knife. So let me make good on that threat.
Commander Goodman, watch out! You saved me.
I don't believe it. Isn't that the servant, Nastasia? But she was the first to die.
I confirmed it myself. She had no pulse.
But she was the only woman in the house other than Eleanor and Officer Neuer. It seems we have been fooled by an elaborate ruse.
No kidding.
Who on earth are you? Reveal yourself!
It has taken all my training to keep up my death ruse this long. Now you and your companions have unmasked me.
Where is the real Nastasia?
Who knows? Perhaps she's melting away in the lava pits of Mount Karka by now. Really, your guess is as good as mine.
You fiend!
I was but a hair's breadth away from terminating my target, and then the wind vessel of all people has to show up. I certainly did not expect your arrival, I must admit. But that simply means I will add you and your followers to the list of victims to fall prey to my blade. Just as the fire vessel did at the Temple of Fire 3 years ago.
You were the one who took the fire vessel's life? Then you are a member of the Black Blades?
That is correct. I am Konoe Kikyo, professional killer and leader of the Black Blades covert forces.
She's gone quiet. I've seen this woman near this residence before. She was just my type, so... I mean, she looked suspicious, so I chased after her, but she gave me a swift rebuff.
What? You mean this is the girl you were chasing after that time?
Here she comes!
That's gonna be a long episode. Okay. You just defend. And, you know what? Electrocutor. Okay, yep, you just defend. Okay. Actually, you know what? Use one of your abilities and, See how well we're doing here. No, she did. Never mind. Alright, survivor. Attack. Attack. Yep. Alright, once again. Do that. Then heal everybody. And heal everybody. Oh, come on. Fuck you. Nice. Right. Try this again. Oh my god, she has a lot of health. But we're already halfway down, that's nice. Amazing how much progress you can make when, you know, you don't have to deal with the target constantly healing themselves. I don't know what she did, but we're gonna dispel it. Let's see. You're everybody. You're everybody. And just keep attacking me, guys. Let's see. Nice. Ow. Oh, did I... Okay, apparently I forgot to, use magic. Oh, there goes the deer. Alright. And you revive her. And you just heal her. Okay, no, you just attack. We gotta end this fight soon. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we can end this, like, soon. Almost got it. Nearly there. And she's dead. Still no money, huh? Oh, we get the, assassin asterisk? Ninja, okay.
Any last words before you meet your maker?
So, the ninja chooses to remain silent upon her death?
You think? It looks like she has something to say. Look, she's changed her disguise again.
I failed to assassinate the Shieldbearer commander, but at least I was able to eliminate 2 of the Shieldbearer officers. Not a bad result. All said, unfortunately the wind vessel I had used as bait actually appeared. There was no way I could have anticipated this turn of events. Perhaps this is what I get for taking the Fire Vestal's life. My punishment for not heeding the Swordmaster's warnings. It was a regrettable misstep. If only the Fire Vestal had not ignored my warning and leapt into the lava pit.
And ignored and leapt.
What did you say? What happened to the Fire Vestal?
It's no use. She's dead.
For real this time.
I owe you and your companions a great debt, Wind Vestal. Though we lost 2 of our officers, I consider it a blessing that you and my wife escaped unharmed. I have done my wife a disservice. I was not able to trust her completely.
It was a tough situation we were placed in.
From now on, I'll do my best to spend more time at home, even when I'm busy.
That would certainly set me at ease.
Aww.
It gets lonely in this big house by myself.
Commander Goodman! Officer Steiner! Officer Neuer! Are you alright?
I am unscathed, as are my wife and the Wind Vestal's party.
I'll get the door open now! Please, stand back!
That's one banquet I won't forget.
I don't think anyone will. Can we move in? Yeah, there we go. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. I apologize that it was so long, but some of it might get cut out. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like on this video, comment down below on was the twist, was the killer who you thought it was, because as we were doing that, I kept thinking, we haven't met the assassin yet. Thought it was either the servant or the wife, honestly. I was kind of hoping it might have been the female officer too, but turns out I was wrong. Either way, don't forget to go check out my other series on my channel. I should be having a episode of Pokemon Scarlet coming up on Monday if you guys want to stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to see that adventure live before it, well, goes up on my channel, head over to my brother Zio's Twitch channel. Link will be on screen. And also guys, please subscribe and join my alliance. It would really mean a lot to me. But Until next time, guys. See ya.